Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Terribad Tavern, where you know I am just like the ale. And we are here getting ready to play some more D&D. We got Gildea, who's just stepped away for a moment. They'll be right back. And if you missed last time, you're going to get an incredible recap right now from our very own FIFA.
Dearest of diaries, we were fighting some undead creatures. And then we weren't anymore. I thought about going to the ramen shop, but decided that that was ultimately maybe not the vibe. So we moved forward and found a secret kitchen with an evil wizard upstairs from the secret kitchen. And then I stayed behind with Dorcas as the rest of the party, fought a man who was a chair, but also wasn't a chair. He was half chair, half man. He was chairman. He was the chairman of the city underground in which we were. Yes, the chairman, the CEO. Mm-mm. Boy, was that chicken wings good.
They were very good chicken wings.
You saying chairman just reminded me of children.
Oh, that's right. Also, I don't know what the plural form of children is.
But yes,
Thank you for reminding me.
that was the recap by Beer Goblin, who is FIFA Cub Bear. We have, of course, next to them, Patty K Games, aka Azrael Jesman. Next to him, Mystic Raven 13, or aka Vaza Rordick. And then the couple who nerds together, which is Dorcas and Gildea, respectively. And yeah, we're back. And it's been a long time, and we're super excited. Ames, thank you for the resubscribe and best donation. That is amazing. Let me think. I don't really know what to say because, like, it's been so long since we did this, and it really hasn't been. It's only been 2 weeks, which is, like, the shortest amount of time between episodes we've ever had. And I just don't know how to start it because, like, I started crashing from my sugar high like an hour ago. So I was like, man, I don't got the energy. But no, we're going to have to bring the
I
energy.
love it. There's good energy in the gym, Cotton.
You call that a sit-up? All right, let's get it. So, last time on Terribad Tavern, which as Steve said, they had their whole run-ins with people and things like that. And of course, the chair, who introduced himself as the knight, as Azrael attempted to steal the key from the knight's neck. They have to collect 3 keys.
I didn't know such thing.
That's kind of where we are. Since we're waiting for Gildea, we're not going to roll initiative just yet. We are going to first catch up with FIFA and Dorcas, who stayed behind to watch after an individual named Alex, who was in the cage with the... God, what did we call him?
He didn't have a name.
The caretaker.
The caretaker.
Oh, the caretaker.
That's
yeah,
what
that's
it was.
right.
He called himself the caretaker. But those two had stayed behind to watch over the caretaker and Alex, who was inside the cage. So until we get Gildea back to roll initiative and everything, why don't we take it from you guys? You two, the party has wandered off. The caretaker has kind of, bah humbugged the whole thing and went to sit at their desk. And the two of you are in the chamber next to the cage.
So, FIFA, where are you at, and where are you
I'm
positioned?
probably leaning up against the cage, putting myself between the chairman and Alex. No, not the chairman. The chair taker.
Caretaker.
No.
Caretaker.
Fuck.
I like the chair taker.
The caretaker.
The chair taker was just that like really, really like obnoxious child in 3rd grade who would just pull the chair out from everybody.
I can see that.
Okay, so I'm positioned. So I'm near you, or next to you, Um, I'm looking around. What is the caretaker doing?
So okay, here, let me do a thing here. First things first. I need to switch out. I need to show the board and get rid of everything else. Boop. Boop.
Oh yeah, I
boop.
forgot about this.
Boop. That one. Open, please. Why are you not? There we go. There's that. Let me bring it down a bit. Okay. So, if this is the layout of the room, I kind of put you guys in the position you would already suggest. It's almost like I knew.
Wow, you have such a deep understanding of our characters.
Whoa! It's almost like I'm supposed to understand everything that happens in this game. So there's the two of you in this chair, and then there's this like little, jut-in area of the room where the the caretaker has their desk. They're sort of sitting at that, tinkering with some things on the desk.
All right. So, I turn to FIFA and kind of speak in a tone, like in a volume that he can hear, but it would be difficult for anyone else to understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, the caretaker knows I'm talking, but it'd be difficult for him to hear unless he was really, like, making it obvious that he's eavesdropping.
Do either of you speak a common language besides common? Do
I mean, I speak Draconic.
I can't remember what I chose. You know, I should have pulled up my character sheet before we started playing. I speak. I say something to you in Elvish. Do you understand it?
No.
I say something to you in Goblin. Do you understand it?
Unfortunately, no.
I say, well, fuck.
I say something to you in Draconic. Do you understand that?
I reply in common, no.
No. Okay. All right. Okay.
Common it is.
All right. So yeah, I guess you guys will be speaking in like whispered tones, but you can talk at your normal speaking.
FIFA, you said something earlier that I wanted to ask you about. You said that you knew what it was like to be abandoned by your own people. But what did you mean by that?
FIFA kind of grips his staff a little harder. He kind of starts ringing it a little bit as he's just standing there. He kind of looks down. You can tell that this is probably something he doesn't want to talk about. He says, you know, when on the day I first heard that the queen was going to become the queen, I was in a tavern having a grand old time, and somebody came in with the head of a creature, and I could have helped that creature before they got their head taken, but I was busy being frivolous and fun, and I don't want to abandon people the same way I was abandoned, you know? So if fate aligns me to help a person, then I will help a person.
I know that feeling. It's
I
not easy.
I don't want another being to feel like they've been kicked to the curb.
It's not easy when people assume things about you without even really knowing your true character.
That's true. I mean, take you for example. You look like the weakest out of all of us. However, I feel like your heart is the strongest.
I do not know if that is true. If what my people say is to be believed, it certainly is not, but I appreciate that you think so.
You
Where
you
do you? Oh, sorry.
okay. You say the I don't know if that's to be believed, and Alex sort of chirps up quietly from inside the cage, and goes, I mean, the two of you stayed behind with me. I'd say you're pretty high up there in the way the heart goes.
No, save your strength, Alex. You're going to need it
It's not
when we break you out and fight this chair taker over there.
Alex kind of chuckles and goes, I suppose. Well, yeah.
And you use a dagger, and I kind of like hold up my butter knife to my cheek.
Alex laughs kind of hard at that point, and you see the caretaker kind of like glance around the corner from their desk, and Alex quickly stifles their laugh and goes, haven't laughed in a while. That thanks.
I don't see what's funny, but you're welcome.
And
They chuckle a little bit at that as well, and just kind of good-naturedly pat FIFA on the shoulder.
want us to now jump
Is this love?
to a little more of an intense situation.
Maybe don't hurt him.
Azriel, Vaza, Gildea. Like all three of you to roll initiative.
I'd like to remind everybody that this initiative is brought to you by Ames0820. Hey, thanks for those bits.
Sponsor of.
I mean, before we get into this battle anymore, are you sure there's not something else that maybe we could cut away to, Soul, that, would... Perhaps there's a, hapless guard somewhere who...
A hapless guard somewhere?
I'm just trying to delay things because I know people... Never mind.
Brought to you by
Gotta
Tony
roll.
Chestnut, the hapless guard.
His
Alrighty
name was
here.
Alan.
No,
Alan.
Alan. Oh, that's right, Alan. I forgot Alan is with...
Alan.
Where is Alan?
With Alan's with
Oh,
us.
right.
Where did Alan go? Did he run off?
That's right, because
Oh, no,
Alan's
Alan's
infatuated with Gildea.
Had forgotten about Alan.
Alan,
No,
We
give me a
were
se-
not left to
give me-
forget about Alan.
Give me a second here. I have to actually add. First off, I have to add Alan as a character in
That
this
means
fight,
to roll initiative.
and I also need to pull up his character information so that way I know who goes first because he tied with someone. So give me just a minute here.
This stream is brought to you by Alan, hiding in the background.
I believe that's
Lover of Gildea.
Alan's
Lover of
character.
Gildea.
He looks at Gildea like Tormund look at Brienne of Tarth.
Yes,
Yes.
that is exactly what I
nuts.
picture.
Big fan of your wrenches, Alan.
God damn it. Okay.
Wow, Beardy.
I was thinking of a way to
There's
try and
such
put that in
three
there,
hexagons.
and Beardy just did it, and I love it so much.
I just did it.
I'm pretty sure I already know what the answer to this question is going to be. But Azriel, what is your dexterity?
17.
17. Okay, yeah, then you definitely go first.
Wow, imagine having
Aw,
17 in
yeah.
any stat. Couldn't be me.
Great.
I forgot how to spell Azriel for a second.
My intelligence is 8, so.
You're intelligent.
Hey, my intelligence is 8.
Why does it
Ah,
fit?
It's still a key.
It fits so perfectly. Oh, great.
I never
goodness.
play smart characters.
There's too much stress to have to do that.
You have to like know what's going on, and I never do.
Alrighty then.
You mean for the campaigns you're not DMing?
Even for the campaigns I am DMing.
If you know what's going on in your campaign, whether you're DMing it or not, you're not playing the right way. Anyway. So the knight rolled the highest. The knight will go first.
I mean, that tracks with this whole thing already.
Yes. So when this whole combat session kicked off, you had attempted to pull the key from around the knight's neck, and the person sitting in the chair stood up. The chair had followed them and formed around their body to create armor. Right as the armor around their head turned into a helmet, you saw two glowing red eyes come through like the vision port, and they threw you back and said, "I am the knight." They now so much information. I have never
think I may have
used
made a
these
mistake.
stats before.
Do you still have the key? When he threw you back, did you still manage to keep hold of it?
We never rolled for that, and I'm gonna say no.
I would say no as well, because the whole thing with my sleight of hand to grab the key failed.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
I will also say that when the armor forms, the key is still visible, almost like the armor formed as like a slot, in the armor.
okay.
Where an insignia on the chest would go, the key is there. He is going to draw his longsword and
He's gonna use that key to unlock your death.
and swing. He's going to move forward and swing at you, of course, Azrael. It's gonna keep doing this wall thing. Vaz and Gildea, you guys are right here. So if you ever disappear, this is where you're currently at until we move you.
I couldn't actually see your cursor when you did that, but I think I know where they are.
In the doorway, essentially.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
I keep forgetting you guys can't see the cursor on that. It's my bad. I gotta fix that or something. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so that is going to be...
Was that a high roll? Was that a low roll?
I'm sorry?
Oh, if I were him, I wouldn't tell you that at all. But
Okay. I was just curious. Wondering how this is gonna go.
How quickly you're gonna all die?
Yeah.
You're going
Yeah,
to
basically.
take 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay, well, that's not bad. Although I say that
When you only
as
have
if
18 points of health, that is pretty bad.
So
I mean,
he
yeah.
throws you back and you stagger, and he charges forward and takes a big slash down with that sword, which appears to have kind of like a jagged edge, almost like it's had not so much like a serrated blade, but that chunks have been taken out of it. And he drags it across you, cutting through your fine clothes and giving you a real good slash across the chest. Next up is Vaza, and then Azrael, you're on deck.
I really hope. I feel like Vaza would just say that, like,
This was not a good idea. This is some kind of shit going on right now. I must protect my back
Yeah.
at all costs. I must not show my
Okay.
back to
oh my
this
god,
one.
can we please put
Oh.
Vaza in a circle room at some point?
My back will
We
not
did.
be exposed. Can I? I've got my dark vision right, so I can see in this room pretty well.
This room is very
Can
well
I?
lit, so you'd be able to
Okay.
see even without the dark vision.
Okay, so can I see if I can pick up any um weaknesses in this armor that might give us a way into like chinks in it or anything like that?
What is your passive perception?
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. 12.
12. I'll say just as passive perception, I won't even have you make a check for it. You noticed when the armor formed, uh, that none of the joints fully connected. So like
Okay.
in a suit of armor where like there would be elbow casings or like big shoulder pauldrons and things like that, those never fused or were created. It's mainly like covering the large sections of the body in armor.
Okay, so there's still gaps between that we can.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I am going to aim with my longbow for a gap to try and maim this mother trucker because he needs to slow down. He needs to slow down.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
as we covered in the first session, if you are calling your shot, you will roll with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
Yep.
So is your
So-
goal to aim specifically for a joint?
Yes.
Okay, then I will
I'm
have
feeling confident.
you roll your longbow attack with disadvantage. Okay, first roll is a 23.
That was good.
Okay. Okay. Then again.
Oh,
And a 19
dude.
as your second. That's actually impressive. Something that's actually pretty cool is like if you hadn't rolled disadvantage, that first roll you got a 19, and because of your subclass, a 19's a crit for you. But because you did have to roll with disadvantage, we're going to take the dirty 19, so it's not a crit. But that
Take it.
that
Take it.
does
Oh,
hit.
dirty.
I'm a dirty, dirty, dirty dragonborn.
So, what joint, I guess, are you aiming for? And I'll have you roll damage while you tell me that.
Okay, I want to aim for what? So I want to aim for the predominant side's hip, so that we can knock them off in the pelvic area, so that they have a leg that's not very sturdy.
Okay, I got you. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh god, here's where I do absolute crap. Okay, I have the faith. I have all the faith.
That is a 6 total, 4 plus 2. Not bad. So he slashes down and takes a lunge forward as he hits Azrael, and you see this as an opportunity to take your shot, and the arrow zips just past you, Azrael, as of course you two are facing one another, so Vaza had to kind of do some finagling.
Watch out!
And
It's on its way.
you see as an arrow drills in to the waist where the armor separates of this knight, and he lets out a terrible wail that echoes through the room, and it doesn't exactly cripple him or anything, but he definitely like recoils to it. I'm going to go ahead and take some health off of this guy. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I wanna kind of go into the room a bit further and use that column as kind of a bit of defense, but I don't want to be right up next to it, like maybe like a square back.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll drop you right there then. Alright. And will that be your turn? Or
Yeah.
okay. Azrael, you're up, and then it'll be Alan, and then Gildea.
I look at my clothes. Ah! Ah! And then I see the arrow whip past me into the cheek of the armor, and I look, and I would like to slash at his knee.
Alrighty. This is melee attack, so you don't roll at disadvantage because shooting an arrow is a lot more difficult with a disadvantage thing than melee attacking. Unless you guys think that's unfair, and otherwise I will make him do it.
No.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
He's close to him as well, so.
Yeah.
15 plus 5, a dirty 20. That will hit.
It's so dirty.
A lot of dirty crits already in this fight here. A 10 damage.
And he also doesn't have any other foes or any friends around, right?
No. He seems to be the only one in this room.
That means sneak attack will apply.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that damage then. So it's 21 in total. 10 with 11. All right. Excuse me. Oh, gosh. So you see the arrow fly in and hit him at the waist, and he sort of buckles, and you see this as your opportunity to catch him off guard. And you swing low and take out his knee, and he fully drops to a knelt position, again letting out sort of a scream as he does. Do you have anything else?
I'm running away.
Okay. You will take an attack of opportunity unless you have a disengage.
I also one of my class traits is if I made a melee attack, he cannot make opportunity attacks against me.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
Like right across that bench.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Here, or are you trying to go here?
Right there. Yep.
Okay. Whoop. There you are. All right. Now we have Alan, who's up. Alan is going to sort of. Let me think here. Going to rush in and kind of slide next to you, Azrael, to get kind of cover behind this table.
Alan, look at my clothes!
He sort of looks you up and down, kind of in astonishment that that's what you're worried about, and he goes, all right, you know what? New deal. You get me out of here, I buy you a new cloak, and reaches out his hand.
Deal!
You two shake, and he goes, great, so now we have to keep each other alive. And sort of hunkers down, not really able to do anything else other than move. Gildea, you're up, and then it'll be the knight again.
Okay. So since I'm quite a ways away, because I'm still like just outside the doorway, right?
Yeah, this is you over here.
I think I'm gonna have to use the dash action to like get close to him enough to be like melee range.
Okay. What is the dash action? Is that just using 2 movements?
It's in the actions in combat. When you take the dash action, you gain extra movement for the current turn. The increase equals your speed after applying any modifiers with the speed of 30 feet. You can, so it's like double.
Okay. So how do you want to get all the way up to him?
Yeah.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're taking dash. 5. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, can I be one to my right?
So here.
So, or maybe I'm trying to think what would give other people the best like advantage as far as me not being in the crossfire. Um, actually, maybe one to the left then
Here?
instead.
Alrighty.
Let's go there.
Any bonus actions or anything?
I don't. I mean, I could try and maybe I don't know. Can I do so? Can I try the shove action to try and knock it prone?
Can you do shove as a bonus action?
I don't know.
I'm not the best with rules. Beardy's good at rules.
Beardy?
I'm Beardy.
Shove action. Can that be a bonus action, or is it just an action?
Depends on the class.
Here we go.
It says you use the attack action to make it work.
So it would have
As far as like rolling.
Ah, okay. So if you've already used your action to dash, then
yeah.
No. Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Alrighty.
unless you can dash as a bonus action. What are you, a paladin?
Uh-huh.
So probably not.
No, I think that's mainly like rogues and stuff.
Rogues and
Yeah.
monks, I think.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Alrighty. So now up is the knight, and then Vaza will be next. The knight sort of collapses and looks up, seeing Azrael take off and you charging in. And he sort of corrects his stance and goes, "Oh, more opponents!" and takes a swing at you with the sword he's wielding.
Okay.
Let's see what happens here. That is a 10 to hit.
Nope.
No dice.
Does anyone ever hit you?
Yes, once.
Once?
I think that was back in the first fight you guys had.
Maybe?
Was it
Yeah,
was it the person punching you and giving you like the disease thing?
No, no one's been diseased.
No, like
No.
there was, I think someone during the first fight of the campaign, someone punched you in a soft spot in your armor. And after the fight, you were like, "Yeah, didn't he poison me or something?" I was like, "Yeah." And then you checked, like you specifically wanted to pull your armor up to see what happened, and it left a scar, and you were just like, "I'll be fine," and you moved on. All right.
I did move on, clearly, because I don't remember.
No regrets. None.
No
Whatever.
regrets.
So he takes a swing, and it just sort of nicks off your armor, and he's sort of taken aback, and he goes, "Oh, this one's gonna be fun." And when he says that, let me check something just to be 100% sure on this. Yes. So he says this one's gonna be fun, and takes a second swing at you.
Oh.
Since he did not connect with the first one.
What?
It doesn't matter, that's a critical failure. He
Alright.
swings and completely misses you, and his sword drives into the ground. He's having trouble keeping his footing, so there's no way that he's hitting you, and he seems to kind of breathe heavier inside of his helmet. Vaza and then Azrael.
Okay. So is he kind of like half hunched now because his sword's like clattered down? So he's like not stood up?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. I'm gonna throw one of my hand axes and try and just like knock him off balance with it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack for that. My eyes are itchy, even though I took allergy medicine. 15 plus 5, another dirty 20. That will hit.
Brilliant, amazing. I'm gonna like reach up and I'm just gonna like whap out with it. Let's go, and please do damage.
4 plus 3 is 7. You once again seeing your window of opportunity as he falls off balance, ready your hand axe and launch it across the room, and you sort of hit the side of his head on his helmet, and he staggers and is still knelt down, but is not fully fallen over. He doesn't completely like collapse to the ground, but he will take that 7 damage. That will be this.
I feel like we should all bundle on top of him, guys. He's down a little bit with our combined weight.
Our powers combined, we can become the chair weight.
Any bonus actions or anything of the sort?
No. I'm gonna leave it as is.
Alrighty. Then it is Azrael, and then Alan and Gildea.
Well, seeing as he's down, I might as well go back over there.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20. Where are you trying to be?
Behind.
25.
Ooh.
And then I guess I can give you 30 going here.
I have 35, so that would work.
Oh, well, all right then.
And I would like to stab him.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll your attack for that.
It's so polite. I would like to maybe stab, if that's okay.
What do we got? 1 plus 5, that is a 6. That will not cut
That's
it.
a natural 1.
It is a critical failure.
Oh no.
So you rush up to go in for this attack, finding your window, but you stumble your way over there on some of the crooked and broken floor and end up tripping and falling behind him. And you are able to get to your feet relatively quickly, but you don't give yourself the opportunity for that attack.
Even worse for you.
Let's see. Yes, Alan is next.
Alan!
Alan is going to rush in. 5, 10, 15, 20. And he's going to take a swipe with the sword that you guys gave back to him. Let's see what we got going on for Alan. That will not hit. Alan is a little dazed and probably wasn't the most fighty sort of the group, and misses his swing on his attack. Now we will have Gildea. You are up.
Alrighty. So you said he's prone?
He's not fully prone, but he is definitely
Okay.
crouched pretty low.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just attack him with my Morning Star.
Alrighty, dighty. Go ahead and roll that hit.
Oh.
5 plus 5 at 10. That will not do it.
Okay, that's what I thought. What's this? Nope, that's all I can do.
Alrighty. You go to bring your Morning Star down, and even though these other people have been attacking him, he's still pretty focused on you since no attack has landed. And as you bring the Morning Star down, he twists and brings that other arm up that has the shield, and your Morning Star collides so he can fend off your attack. Next up will be the knight. However, what has been going on down in the chamber between Dorcas and FIFA?
Do you know Boulder Parchment Shears.
Can't say that I do.
Okay, so
Really gonna do this.
Parchment beats Boulder. Boulder beats Shears. And Shears beats Parchment. But we have to go Jersey rules. So, it's Boulder, Parchment, Shears, shoot. East Coast rules, baby.
Before we engage in this, might I inquire as to your ability with a lock, such as on that cage right there?
Well, let me tell you a story, and maybe it'll answer your question. You see, when I was a young chap of the age of 9, this was a year ago, I was locked in a cage such as this, and I could not get out. That's the story. I'm not good with locks.
Let's see. What do you think the chances are that our friend over there is actually going to keep his word and release this person to us even after we find him these keys, assuming they're able to find them at all?
I would say there's a fat chance in fantasy hell that that guy's going to keep his word.
Right.
You two are going back and forth with this, and the caretaker is kind of like is leaning back in the chair at this point with his feet up on the desk, and he goes, "God, are you two going to babble over there all day?"
Oh, I'm sorry, are we boring you over there?
Slightly, yes. I'm not used to having company.
Well, then I guess we find ourselves in a predicament here, don't we?
He just sort of sighs and goes, "I suppose so."
By the way, you said your master was named the Apprentice, did you not?
He chuckles and he goes, "Well, that's a bit of a... Oh, what's the word? Not redundant, but... Whatever it is. There is my boss, which is the apprentice, and then the apprentice has the master. However, the master does not affiliate with me."
So the Apprentice
So does that make
has
you
himself.
like the preschooler? What is your fun code name?
They call me the caretaker.
Ah, yes, the caretaker. Sorry, I forgot.
And remind me, your ability to let the one in the cage go. You could do this right now, could you not?
Oh, I could, absolutely.
I see. I kind of look over at FIFA, trying to figure out if I want to try this thing that I'm thinking of.
Jersey rules it is, then? And I kind of nod. Like, try it.
Okie dokie. So I am going to cast dancing lights like right in his face
In an attempt to distract him.
in an attempt to distract him, perhaps make it so he can't see for as long as I can do it.
And I'm gonna go, Boulder, Parchment, Shears, shoot! And I'm gonna fire a guiding bolt off at the same time.
All right.
Disregard that I accidentally. And that sucks.
Let me think. So, neither of those spells require an attack roll, correct?
Correct.
A guiding bolt does.
Okay. So, gosh. Okay, Dorcas, I will have you roll. Jeez.
Should I roll? So normally when I would do this, I would like roll a performance check because it's used in my magic shows.
Right, but this is more utilizing it for something. I mean, I guess.
offensive.
Yeah.
I can roll an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you roll Arcana and then FIFA roll your attack.
Okay.
And depending on the outcome of Dorcas's, I'll depend whether or not
That's not bad.
you
Oh.
18. You'll roll with advantage.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, there you go.
17. 17 is going to hit. Wow. Okay. Fuck. That's 4d6. Holy shit. 9 damage.
Yeah. 9 points of radiant damage, and the next attack against him has advantage. Sorry.
That's all right. So the sparks hit him in the eyes, and he is leaning back in the chair, and his legs come up off the desk as he clasps at his face. And he lets out a scream, and the guiding bolt shoots across the room and fully throws him backwards out of the chair, making him sort of like flip and tumble. As this happens, he sort of stands up with this aggravated growl, and he's like, ugh, ugh, and pulls his hands away, and you see a lot of like burning and scarring around his eyes from the dancing lights, and like a smoldering point on his chest from where the guiding bolt hit him.
Okay.
And he was like, all I wanted was to just test to see if it would work. And you and he looks up at all of you, at the two of you, and he goes, now you'll be sorry, and snaps his fingers, and he vanishes into smoke.
Oh, son of a bitch! I'm
Uh-oh.
still trying to get okay.
And as he does, you hear a rumbling sort of happen throughout the entirety of this room that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And you start hearing slamming. And it just sort of echoes out. You don't really know where it comes from. And we will jump over to the combat that is currently going on.
I think we made the right choice.
I think we definitely that was the.
I don't think this was a mistake at all.
No, we're fine. It's all fine here.
Alex, how are you feeling?
Alex is sort of like is still in their ball, but looks up and around and listens to all the rumbling and crashing, and goes, I don't know what's about to happen, but I don't think it's gonna be good. And we go back to the combat, and it is the knight's turn, who just blocked Gildea's attack with their shield, and he throws out his shield and stands up and goes, I'm tired of this, and takes a swing at back at Gildea.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. That is a 19.
Ooh.
Damn it. That hits.
Oh boy.
Alrighty.
Oh, we got. Okay.
What?
You will take 9 damage. 9 slashing damage. So he takes a swing down with his sword and cuts across your chest, and I know being a paladin, 9 damage isn't really like a ton to you, so you kind of get nicked a little bit as the sword comes down across, like where the separation sort of happens. And aside from that, you're just kind of shook. As he does that, he takes a back step and swings across the other side and takes another attack at Azriel.
No. Why do this? Why?
Ezra's like, why me? Why me?
That's a nat 20.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh, nice on y'all.
So he'll do 1d8 plus whatever I roll.
Get ready
God.
for
So he does 8 plus whatever you roll.
Yes.
your next character sheet.
He will do 10 damage.
I'm alive.
How
Um,
alive are you?
that's
I
a
have
good
one
question.
hit point.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And the healer's with me.
I can heal though.
Oh, right, you have lay on hands.
Paladin,
Yeah.
paladin.
He takes a step back and cuts across your chest again, leaving even a deeper
Oh.
gash into you. You just feel excruciating pain as blood seems to seep down your shirt.
Your clothes.
I- He does this and then takes another step behind him and throws his shield and his body into Alan for a third attack.
Oh my god. How does he get this many attacks?
Because of the character I used to build him. That is only a 5. So with this attack, he drives himself into Alan. And when he does, I'm actually going to make a reaction for Alan real quick. To see what I can make happen.
That's
Oh,
like a
good.
thing, like if he makes a hit.
He gets more.
Yeah.
Is Alan the one that's like opposite me?
The one with the highlighted circle right now.
Okay, got it.
Um,
Thank you.
That's a very good roll for Alan. So he slams this shield into Alan, and Alan sort of impulsively wraps his arms around the shield and holds the knight in place and grapples him and keeps him locked in that position.
Oh, okay.
He's not
Like
doing it
that.
well, but he is holding him there. As he
Okay.
does, this room begins to rumble, and you hear the slamming that is happening. And there is a deep chuckle that comes from the knight's helmet. And
God.
he just sort of goes, "The children, they will come." And
God.
it is now Vaz's turn, with Azriel next.
Did he say something about the children?
The
You
children, yes.
Ooh. What? We left you for 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bet. straight bet. Okay.
Remember the time we broke the single most important rule in D&D and we split the party?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Good job,
Okay.
guys. Good job.
Okay. How far away am I from Matey Boy?
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet?
25.
So in one movement you could get there.
Right. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna straight up run at him with as much speed as I can, and I'm gonna smack him with my sword, and I want to bring it down across him so that he's no longer grappling with.
Don't call it out.
No, if it's a melee attack, if she's
Oh,
calling
that's
it
right,
out, I won't.
melee.
Yeah. Melee's okay. Melee's okay.
Sorry.
We're not
I was
grappling with
trying to-
Alan.
Be like, don't call
No
it out.
disadvantage.
And,
No disadvantage. No, and I'm gonna do a one-handed attack because I'm booking it to come and smack on him.
Okay.
Oh,
Go
please.
ahead and roll your attack here. 19, that's a crit for you.
Come on!
Alright, so you will do 1d whatever it is that you roll for your one-handed damage, so 8. So 1d8 plus whatever you roll.
That can
And
go!
11. So that is 19 damage.
Yes!
You come rushing up, and since Alan is kind of pulling on the shield, it leaves the shoulder very exposed for a pretty solid hit. So you come down and make contact right in that little groove that is made, getting pretty deep into the shoulder when you do. And the knight lets out a pretty heavy roar. And yeah, you will do 18 damage.
Wow. Wow.
Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, why did you even say that? Oh, fuck.
So yeah, you get this slam down on him, and let me see. Any
I didn't
other
know that.
bonus or anything?
One, I'm gonna grab my hand axe from my belt and follow this up with a one-handed smack at him with that as well.
Okay, and this is a bonus attack, correct? You have
Yeah.
a bonus attack. I just want to be sure. So yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
roll that. 10 plus 5, 15. That does not hit.
No.
So you come down a little winded from that attack, and the axe just kind of bounces off the armor on his back, not really affecting him much. Azriel, and then Alan and Gildea.
Kind of hazy a little bit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're not doing well.
Gotta take him down. And I stab at him.
Okay.
Oh, please.
That natural 20 I rolled by accident would have been really good.
That would have been great.
16.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That also will not hit.
Oh!
So you go to stab at him, and your haziness is just keeping you from really focusing on what you're doing, and your blade nicks off his armor as well. Any bonuses or anything like that?
I'm gonna go away.
Okay.
No.
He is currently grappled, so he would not get an attack of opportunity, and then also Azriel can move without getting attacks of opportunity. So
Can he move to Kildea so that she can lay some hands on him?
if he
Yeah.
so chooses.
Close.
I'm gonna move just
Azriel,
like
come over
right
here.
behind-
So you're gonna get like over here.
Protect me.
Right.
Get over here, you fool.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Is he a scruffy looking nerve herder?
He might be.
Is he a scoundrel?
He is a scoundrel for sure.
Do you like scoundrels?
I don't know. Jury's out.
I'm pretty lovable.
So,
I was.
you miss your attack and sort of rush to the best of your abilities over behind Gildea. Alan is up. I'm gonna make a check for him. Let's see how he's doing. That's good. Okay. So Alan can keep his grip on the shield, but you can definitely see his like feet starting to give way. Like he's not getting as much traction as he'd like to.
Uh-oh.
And he looks towards all of you and yells, "Just go! Get out of here!" As he sort of holds on to the shield, he's like, "I can hold him back. Just move."
Is Alan sacrificing himself?
They let him.
And it is Gildea's turn.
Yeah, I'm ignoring his sorry ass. But I am going to lay on hands on Azrael. Can you use 15?
Can who use 15? I'm sorry.
Can
What?
he heal 15 points? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
How does lay on hands work?
No, I'm saying like how many points do you need?
You get to choose an amount of points you heal. Then
Yeah.
you have like a pool of points you can do.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So that's, I guess the question is like, Azrael, how many points of healing can you take from Gildea? Like, what's your max health?
My max health is 21.
Okay, and he's
You're-
currently at 1.
You could take 20.
So depending on how much you want to deplete your pool of how much you can heal in this long rest
Yeah.
would be your decision.
I'm going to use lay on hands and give him 10 points.
Okay.
I'm getting better.
But where do you lay your hand?
I mean, he's standing right behind me, and I'm not taking my eyes off of the knight.
Are you just gonna like?
So I'm just gonna,
Grab him by his
reach back
face.
behind me, hopefully on the upper torso or something.
Tag my hand. Tag my hand.
Here you go.
You're like accidentally slapping
Stay
him
back
in
there.
the face.
It's healing you. It's healing you.
That's fitting. That's fitting.
Oh wait. Oh.
And I don't think I can do anything else, unfortunately. Other than tell Alan to shut up.
Yeah, Alan.
All right. You tell Alan to shut up, and he kind of gives you like an angered look, and he's like, "I'm trying to help you, damn it." Next up will be the knight. But guys who are down in the chamber, what you doing?
So I'm rushing over to the guy's desk to see if there's the key for the cages in there.
I'm gonna start to try to pick the lock with my butter knife.
Okay.
Can he roll for that? And if he gets a nat 20, it works.
You know what? Yeah. If you get a nat 20 on your sleight of hand check, I will say that works.
Okay.
Oh, please let this work.
That's an 18 plus 3.
3.
So close.
21.
I'm so close.
So close yet
I've
so
got
far
it.
away.
I've got it so close. Alex, do you know how to pick locks?
The margarine on the butter knife makes you slip.
Oh, I
Is there
slipped.
anything in the desk?
Alex, no.
Let's see. You are not able to unlock the door. However, Dorcas, the gold key, that I don't know if you guys remember back when, when he first introduced you guys to the idea of going and finding the 3 keys, he took out a gold key and said, "I'll throw Alex into the mix," and set it on the desk. That gold key is still sitting on the desk.
Okay, I'm gonna take it. Is there anything else on the desk? Screw it, I don't care.
Aside from some torturing items, if you don't care, then
All right.
there's no reason to look.
Nope, I don't care. I'm going to
You
go
need
on
to
unlock
find
the
a nail
cage.
clippers. I'm getting a little scratchy.
Oh my god.
Use your teeth.
Does the key work?
Yes, it does. You put the key into the lock.
Animal.
You put the key into the lock and twist, and the door pops open, and Alex goes to stand up and then sits back down, still covering themselves, and goes, I know this is kind of a serious situation, but there's a pile of clothes over by the desk. Could you maybe bring those to me and look away?
Yeah. Okay,
Oh my
yeah.
god, you're naked, Alex.
I do just that. I get the clothes, I toss them in there, I turn away, and I turn FIFA around with me.
Alex, you should have said something.
Do you do it with your tail or do you do it with your hands?
Just with my hands. Just with my hands. Or, you know what, I use a little gust of wind to do it, just invisibly.
But let's be real, he was in the cage, like we saw everything. They were in the cage, I apologize. We saw everything.
Well,
I need
they
to
were
leave
kind of covering, like huddled up in a ball, covering themselves, which is why, like, you saw all the stuff on their back, but didn't really see anything else.
FIFA, we need to get to the others and get out of here.
I'm
They're
sure
not like-
they're fine.
I.
Let's go back to the kitchen.
Let's go.
If you want to go back and take this one with you, then by all means do so.
Look at
I'm
Alex,
going to
they
find
are
them.
famished.
Right.
You both turn back. Alex is now wearing just some commoner's clothes. They seem a little ragged and beat up, but they are fully dressed. And they look at both of you and go, "So, what's the plan?"
We got to go get our friends. Here's the dagger.
Didn't you pick up some food when we were in that one room?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I ate it all. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
We need to go get our friends unless.
Try not to fight anybody. You're pretty weak. But if the need arises, here's the dagger.
They take the. Is it a dagger or is it a butter knife?
In my inventory, I have a dagger.
Okay, so you're
I
giving them
imagine
your
it
dagger.
is like a sharpened, like
Yes.
maybe it's not a butter knife, but it does have like margarine, and I use it for like.
Okay, because
literally
you've been saying butter knife and dagger interchangeably, and so I want to be sure which one it is. If it is a dagger, then
It
okay.
is a dagger.
All right,
It's a sharpened butter knife, but it is a dagger.
Okay. They take the dagger from you, and go, right, got it. So, I don't know, lead the way, I guess?
All right, we're gonna head the
Yes,
same.
follow
I'm gonna head
me,
the same
and
direction.
I had the same
follow people.
direction as well.
Yeah, we're going to where they went.
I say follow me, and I follow Dorcas.
All right, I'm gonna move you guys up to the upper level here.
Do we hear commotion as we start approaching them?
So as you move your way up the stairs, the slamming that was originally going on has stopped. You all enter this room. You do hear the commotion echoing down the hall along with all of the rumbling.
I'm gonna head that way.
All right. So you two begin rushing down this hall, and I'm gonna put you about halfway down it. About this far. As
Can
you
we
get,
hear them coming?
I would say with everything that's going on in the room and all the rumbling, you probably would not be able to.
Okay.
As you run past, I gotta use one of you because you guys can't see my mouse. As you run past this door here, all right, you two hear a otherworldly sort of groaning and the splashing of water come from that hallway.
Oh.
Definitely
As
not
you
that one.
take off past it. And I'm gonna have the two of you here's how this can work. I'm actually gonna put you guys at the doorway where Gildea and Vaza had originally started.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have the two of you roll initiative.
Okie dokie.
Just to kind of put you in this encounter.
Oh, I'm super not into this.
Alright.
I was hoping there'd be a room full of books, and I'm very disappointed.
Maybe they're just reading. I read out loud sometimes.
Yeah.
FIFA initiative.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
He's way more into it.
16. All right, let me check to see where I have to plug you in at.
I was just thinking about you reading to me. I was excited at the prospect.
Okay, you will go.
We get out of this. I will read to you whatever you like.
Promise?
I
I'm particularly fond of the back of cereal boxes. I like to know the nutrition I'm going to eat for breakfast the coming morning.
Does cereal exist in this fantasy world?
Porridge or like oatmeal, maybe?
I'm not
I'm a
boxed.
big fan of withered rosios.
Damn it. Part of a balanced breakfast.
Wizard Rosios! Oh my
Sometimes, my wee little friend, I think that you might have had a life in somewhere that is far away from here.
Oh
Hi,
yes, I don't know where the forest is.
I'm FIFA Cupbear, and to start my day of fighting cultists and banishing ghouls, I start my day with withered rosios. Damn it, alright.
You're 7 a day.
You all, the two of you rush in with Alex close in tow to find this scene of, Gildea with a sword into this crazy looking knight's shoulder. Alan is holding the shield. Gildea is healing Azrael, and it is just all sort of commotion and rumbling in this room. And the knight is up. So the first thing the knight is going to do is going to attempt to get out of this grapple with Alan. Otherwise, he can't do much.
Oh, please let us get a roll. That's
I'm gonna tell you right
favor?
now, you didn't.
Oh no.
The knight finds his footing and rips the shield out of Alan's hands, and Alan sort of stumbles back and falls, putting him prone. As he does, he then takes a swing at Vaza, who a moment ago had her sword in his shoulder.
Wow. I
As
think
a,
that's very rude. Can you just die already?
is an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that hits.
Roll this. 10 points of damage. So he rips the shield away, Alan falls, and when he moves, your sword becomes unlodged, and he does he basically rocks back and throws his sword in your direction, cutting up along, like, the upper part of your chest into your shoulder, dealing that damage.
Dings a little bit. Yeah.
He
I know how you feel.
he does this, and he seems to have kind of a focused mind on those who hit him, because as he does, he looks back at Alan, who had a hold of his shield, and he goes, "And you!" and sort of stabs down at the ground at him. And because Alan is prone, he will take advantage.
Oh God, Alan.
Oh no.
That's not a
Wait,
good
is
roll.
he in the square next to me?
The knight?
Is Alan? Alan.
He's
to
in
the
the
right of me, isn't
yeah,
he?
he's in the square next to Vaza.
He's on the other side of me.
This one right here is Alan.
He's within 5 feet
Okay.
of me, right?
Alan?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Gildea,
No.
the knight, and Alan are all within 5 feet of you.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm not wielding a shield. I can't do it.
Yeah, you were thinking the same thing I was.
I was thinking protection, but to do a disadvantage on the roll, but I've not got my shield out, so I can't do it.
That one will hit Alan. It does 8 damage. Okay. Alan is still pretty hurt from the previous fight, which is probably why he hasn't been doing the best of his encounters. And the knight does a lunge and stab down, and the sword plunges into Alan's sort of like lower stomach area, and there is a resounding tink of sword hitting stone as he does. Alan sort of screams out in pain, and
Oh shit.
just kind of cries out as it happens. FIFA, you are up next.
Alan, no! And I get within 30 feet of the chairman, and I cast Thorn Whip to attempt to pull the knight away from Alan.
When you say that, are you meaning you're trying to like wrap his hand and pull it away?
So Thorn Whip, if I hit, the creature takes 1d6 piercing damage, and if the creature is larger or smaller, I can pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to me.
Okay.
I feel like this could do okay.
Yeah.
That okay from Soul, well, I'm just like, oh, this isn't gonna end well.
Yeah.
I accidentally rolled on my computer, which takes 20 years. So
It's fine. It's the
this,
anticipation.
Jeez.
this roll
What's
is
gonna
brought
happen?
to you by suspense. It's like the movie, like 12.
That will not do it.
I'm gonna
You-
go, oh, and I'm gonna back right back up.
How,
Because the knight is not aware of our presence, does he get any advantage?
I'm gonna say no because he is also trying to throw this thorn whip around Vaza. So I'm gonna say it's just a flat roll because it would give partial cover disadvantage and then advantage on not seeing you. You know what I mean? So kind of
Yeah.
cancel each other out.
Damn, he knows he knows he knows we're both here now.
You
I'm
throw.
going to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
Oh, great. Okay, awesome.
I guess. Do you want to be behind this pillar?
That sounds wonderful.
Okay. You throw your thorn whip, and it just doesn't quite make it all the way out. It barely even gets close to Vaza, and then you jump behind this pillar. Next up is Vaza,
Marcus.
and then Azriel.
Next up is me.
Yep.
How's Buddy Boy doing? Does he look even like a little bit winded?
The knight?
Just from general glance of all these blows that we've done on him.
He seems like he's still kicking and ready to go.
Okay.
Good.
I have two ideas. One is more conventional. One could be really stupid.
Well, I think we know which one you gotta go with.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna smack him with my longsword. I'm pissed about the fact that you got me, man. You got me, and I'm not happy about it. And I'm gonna bring it down. And this time I'm gonna do two-handed.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh shit, Christ!
12 will not hit.
Ooh.
Once again, you come down with your sword and you hit the hard back plate, and your sword just kind of dings off.
Yep. Spectacular. Oops! Help!
Azriel, you are up, and then it'll be Alan. And then
Don't
after
do
that,
anything
Gildea.
fancy, Azriel. Just stab, man, stab!
I feel much better now.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
Isn't Gildea first in the order?
No.
No.
No. The knight was first in the order.
Oh, okay.
Gildea was
Okay.
last.
I'm after Alan.
But now I'm last.
Correct.
I would like to
God, you
climb
rolled a
up
3.
So I rolled a
Okay.
2. I got a +1.
Wow.
You want
And-
to climb up, Gildea?
I'm
bring
sorry,
off
what?
of her to stab down onto the knight.
Oh my god.
You
I'm
want
sorry, what?
To, hold on. You want to climb over Gildea to stab
Climb onto
down.
Gildea.
I
Climb
want to
onto-
spring off of her to stab the knight.
Is Gildea willing to do it? Talking is a free action. Make this plan with Gildea.
I have an idea.
He's getting fancy again.
It'll work this time.
Please, God.
I have a
Oh
good
my
feeling
God.
about this.
I just need you to hold
stop.
still.
You need me to what?
Hold still.
No. Mm-mm.
Do it anyway.
Do the cha-cha slide.
What? Yeah. What is your plan?
I'm going to stab him, of course, from a height advantage.
Gonna have the high ground.
Gotta have the high ground.
The high ground is quite important, I know, because I always have the low ground. I'm quite small.
How you doing back there, little accountability buddy?
Oh, staying the most accountable, I swear.
No. Because you're gonna give me some sort of disadvantage when I go to take my swing.
Can he do it anyway?
Can I?
Where are we all stood? Hang on.
Okay, so let me draw out the map for you here. All right, let me pull it so it's a little easier seeing. Back here is Dorcas. Okay. Then we have FIFA, Azriel, Gildea, Vaza, Alan, and the Knight. I will need a decision on what Azriel is doing for his turn.
I mean, I suppose there's that little bit of like pillar that's broken that you could jump off of that if Gildea is adamant you can't do it.
Yeah, no. I just healed
Fine.
your ass. That's all the brace you're getting.
Ground. So I will use the little pillar to springboard.
I'm guessing you mean like this pillar here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're okay. Explain to me this move in actual like game terms of what you're doing.
I'm
So-
going to run to the pillar.
Okay.
I'm going to scale it, jump off of it, and stab him in the same motion.
So your goal is to are you trying to land on him, like land on his back and stab him?
Kind of
Like an
Superman
Assassin's
stabbing.
Creed!
Yeah,
You're like
kinda like-
Ezio!
Okay.
Ezio with the rapier! Come on!
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check. I know you're good at it, but go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
He rolls a 1.
Yeah, we are.
God. Imagine.
That would be incredible.
13.
Oh,
You know what? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
oh my god.
Go ahead and roll your attack. Sweet God.
Does he get any sort of advantage?
No.
I'm lucky I don't get disadvantage. Don't push it.
He had disadvantage, which is why I gave him the acrobatics check. A
Okay.
19. That will hit.
Yes.
Thank Jesus.
So go ahead and roll your damage. And then I'm guessing you're gonna have sneak attack added to that, so go ahead and roll that as well. So you run and jump off of this rubble that's on the ground and come flying down on the back. That's an 11. 8 plus, wow, max damage. On the back of the knight. And let's see how much damage you do. 11.
Nice.
Plus 7, 18 damage. All right. You
Wow.
land on the knight's back, driving the dagger. Let me think how this would work with trying to make it make sense in physics. The rapier comes down and cuts across his neck, which is exposed, while the dagger sticks into his shoulder blade in where the division of the armor happens. And you are now connected to his back by the dagger and sort of holding on to him.
Incredible.
So yeah, there you go with that.
Can I use my bonus action to stab him an additional time with the dagger?
Yeah, sure. I suppose. This is so fucking crazy.
So at
Rogues are
this
weird,
point,
man.
Azriel is basically what, like, on his, like, is on him, right? Is like,
Yes.
he's basically forcing a piggyback ride onto the knight. It's just stabbing
Yes.
at him.
And got a 22 to hit, so you can stab him again with the dagger.
Okay. So remember, it won't take the plus. It won't take the +3 because this is my offhand.
Okay. So 1d4. How much damage is that total? It's 18. 20 damage total. Holy shit. Alright.
Rogues are both.
You do all of this, and then as you sort of like settle on his back, you have enough grip because of where your rapier is over his shoulder to lift the dagger up and stab down again. And he sort of wails out, and when he does, he rips the sword out from Alan as he tries to throw you off of his back.
I
But
got you, Alan!
but you of course are connected. Yeah, so Alan is up, and he is just going to crawl away. Alan is in very bad shape, and he is going to try to scoot his way away and kind of lean himself up against this table here. And that's going to be his kind of full turn. Gildea and then Dorcas.
Does the knight know that I'm there?
I would say not. Let me roll something while you guys are deciding what you're going to do. That's not good.
What are you gonna do, Gildea?
I'm gonna attack him with my Morning Star.
Alrighty. Let's see what kind of damage you do. 14 will not hit.
Ah!
So you go to take the swing, but I suppose Azrael landing on his back puts him in a position you were not expecting, and you miss your swipe.
Would have been prepared for that.
Fucking asshole. Do you have anything else that you can do?
No.
Okay, I know I keep asking that, but I just want to make sure because I don't know who all has bonus actions or like has something that they just have been holding off. So I just want to be sure before I just move on.
Yeah.
Dorcas, you're up.
Does the fact that he does not know I'm there do anything for me?
I'll say depending on what you're doing, it'll probably give you advantage.
I'm gonna
Maybe.
cast a spell.
Okay, I'm meaning what spell is the depending on what you're doing.
I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb, which has a range of 90 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say it gives you advantage. He doesn't know where you're at. He hasn't seen you. He's focused on the people surrounding
If
him.
I send lightning into this guy, because my original plan was sending lightning through him, he's wearing metal, will conduct through him, will that affect Azrael negatively?
Yes.
Do it anyways.
Do it anyway. Oops.
You it.
Wrong building.
Alright, I shout at Azrael to jump off of him. And then, if I get advantage, I get to roll twice. I don't need to roll twice. Alright, here we go.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Azrael, make a dexterity saving throw. And then Dorcas, go ahead and roll your damage. And of course, you'll get one max of whatever the damage is. 1d8, and then whatever you roll.
Well, it's doubling my what I'm gonna roll because I rolled a 20.
Yeah, because it does.
So it's giving me double the dice that I was going to roll. It gave it to me automatically.
Yeah. Let me think. We will take whatever the first number is plus the modifier. Because it's going to come up with two numbers and then your modifier. Right?
I'm just saying when I hit the thing, I'm supposed to roll 4 dice. It's telling me it's gonna roll 8 now.
Oh, holy shit. Fuck. See, my homebrew rules never match up with things.
So
Well, you can go to the button on the bottom.
I
you
know,
could
I just roll
you
it,
could
yeah.
custom roll.
Yeah.
is that what you want me to do?
Yeah, we might change my custom rules on critical hits. Just because if D&D Beyond's going to be a pain in the butt about it.
Well, I could roll the second roll, and if it doesn't, here, let me roll the second, because as long as I don't get a 20, okay, now it's 4d8. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, then
So I'm gonna add 8 to whatever it is I roll, right?
Yes,
For damage. Okay.
I believe.
So I gather up my staff and I point it at the knight. As I do, my eyes glow and lightning is crackling around them, and a ball of lightning is gathering at the tip of my staff. And as I do this, I'm channeling magic around me, and I say the words Ventas, Ventas, Fulminos. and I roll here. So +8 is 22
Alrighty. You
lightning damage.
Adriel, you hear Dorcas yell, move. Just in the nick of time for you to let go of your dagger and push yourself off of the back of the knight. Vaza, a bolt of lightning streaks past you at intense speeds to where you feel like the static shock fly across your scales.
I'm okay, I'm a lightning dragon, I live for this shit. Let's go!
And yeah, you feel invigorated by it. It's the kind of thing that you probably haven't felt in a long time. And it makes contact with the knight, and the lightning scatters across his entire body, and he shakes and screams until finally he just sort of stops in the standing position, and smoke raises up from his body, and you see the red glow from the eye port fade, and he drops to his knees, and he stays in that sort of knelt position, and his head bows, and the key falls from the center of his chest plate.
Let's go!
And the knight is defeated.
Oh my
Holy
god!
shit.
Yeah! I cannot believe we got out of that alive.
See, you didn't even
Wow.
need me.
I'm breathing heavily because that took a lot out of me.
Give me one moment here while I do something, and you'll ruffle in your victory. I gotta
Wow.
move some stuff
Time
around.
for
around.
revels.
I'm laying on the ground like, I'm gonna take a 5, guys.
I'm gonna scoop up the key, and then I'm gonna walk over and check on Alan. Seeing as he crawled away with his innards dribbling out of his stomach.
Maybe someone should lay hands, or maybe someone else, someone who can heal might want to.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of spell slots left. I probably.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, I have 5 more points I can do if
Is
he.
is there a way I can make a medicine check to at least like help the guts?
You can
yeah.
make medicine checks on him.
I'm just gonna be like, okay, Alan, stand still. Lay down. Let me wrap this. I roll a 21.
That's pretty good.
Alrighty. Yeah. He is. Give me 1 second. I'm doing a bunch of things at once. That's not supposed to exist there. Don't you love when you make a map and it doesn't do what you want it to do?
You said it's a stomach wound.
Yes. So,
Abdomen.
hang on a moment. I'm gonna set this there. All right. You guys, I guess, collectively kind of rush up to Alan. Let me put things back to where they were so we can have them see. Okay. All right. You got a 19 plus 2 on your medicine check.
Correct.
All right. I'm gonna put you all kind of in the same position here. You guys rush over to Alan, and he's laying down. Blood is sort of covering across his abdomen and running down his hand as he's trying to hold his stomach together. You tell him to move his hands so you can check, and there is a clean hole. You can see the other side through his abdomen. And his body is just kind of uncontrollably shaking. And he starts kind of going into a panic. He's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. What do I do?
I
What do I do?
put my hands on his I put my finger on his lips. And go, shh, we got you. We got you. It's gonna be okay. And I cast a spell.
Okay.
And in my hands, 10 little pieces of popcorn appear. And I say, here, eat one of these.
uh, he kind of like reaches out and like with a shaky hand grabs one and puts it in his mouth, and he kind of struggles to chew it, but he does swallow it.
And he regains 1 hit point. I'm
All
gonna need
right.
to save the rest of these just in case I need to stabilize somebody else, but
He
hopefully that can get you there now. And then I begin to work on the wound.
okay. He is not in an incredibly stable state. He has a very severe abdominal wound, but his shaking does kind of slow down, as he's breathing. Is slowly coming down.
I cast Goodberry, by the way, but I
Yeah.
like it to be popcorn.
I kind of figured that's what you were going for. Who else is doing what? You're in this sort of situation. now.
I'm gonna reach down and use my last lay on hands points. So he'll gain 5 points.
Okay. Let me check some stuff here. Okay. So, the wound, when you do the lay on hands, the glow comes from your hand and he winces. And as when you pull your hand away to see, the inside of the wound has closed. It is no longer a clean hole. But there still is a lot that you couldn't fix. So he's not up to full strength. He's mobile now, but he's in a rough way.
All right.
I kind of look at the wound. I say, "Oh, we're gonna have to lose one of your legs. That's gonna get infected. Oh no."
You say that.
Which one do you prefer?
You say this, and Alex kind of slaps your shoulder from the side and goes, "Why would you tell him that?"
That's just bedside manner. You gotta be honest.
Okay, but he has an abdominal
my
wound.
God.
It's not like he's gonna lose a fucking leg. Like,
I'm distracting him from the pain.
okay, distracting from the pain is not gonna. Telling him that he's gonna lose limbs is not gonna distract him from how serious the situation is.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
As this is sort of going on, the room is still shaking. This whole area is still shaking, and the roar that the two of you had heard from down the hall happens again, but this time much louder.
Oh,
We
great.
need to leave now.
Yes, I agree.
All right. You all begin to rush into the hall. No, it's gonna do the things that are freaking gonna make it so I can't.
No.
Hang on.
How good does Alan look? Does Alan look like he can?
Alan can move, but
On
not
his
well.
own. Okay.
Can I wild shape into something between like a like regular sized horse and a Shetland pony? That way I can still make it through.
A mountain
That way I
goat.
can still make it through doors, but he can like ride, and I can give him like some assistance.
Oh my god.
I'm
Mountain
gonna
goat. I want you to
say-
be a mountain goat.
I'm gonna. Is this something that you've probably seen before? If so, I'll say yes.
I feel like I've seen a lot of different sized horses.
Okay.
I don't know if I've seen the exact one that I'm looking for, but I feel like I'm trying to like put the pieces together.
Okay,
Have you seen a mountain goat?
I'll give you like Shetland pony style thing, and he's riding on you now, I guess. You all.
So,
Hmm?
one of us obviously had to help him up, probably
Yes.
onto. Yep, Eva.
Here, ride on me! And everybody kind of looks at me for a second, and they're like, "That's an idiotic idea."
Okay.
And then I turn into a horse.
Okay, FIFA is now a horse, with Alan on his back. You all rush into this hallway, and the passageway that you three, I guess, including Alex, had originally passed, there is a very large tentacle, coming out of it and going into the hallway, and water is spilling out into the hall. And
fucking kraken, really?
What did you
No.
two do?
And along with that, as you look further down the hall as to where your escape route would be, you hear a clicking sound, and when you look up, a giant spider has attached itself to the ceiling and is staring down at all of you.
Is it possible to freeze the water that is leaking out to kind of slow it down?
How are you gonna do that?
Ray of Frost?
Roll attack on it, and
Season
if you roll
one.
high enough, I will say yes.
Oh, maybe. 19?
19, I'll give it to you. So
Oh.
you cast Ray of Frost out, and it strikes the water, and it sort of shoots back into the corridor. You see the tentacle seize, and another roar comes from down the hallway. And the tentacle has stopped moving for now.
Okay, we need to book it.
The spider sees this and, still on the ceiling, begins crawling faster towards all of you. Are you all just booking it?
I think we just book
I
it.
am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone make athletics checks to see how quickly you can get past the spider.
Oh god, let me pull up the athletics of the horse.
Oh.
Dorcas got a 2, Vaza got 11, Gildea got 11,
Oh.
Azriel
You're
got a
Gaber, how are
13.
you being clunky?
I'm not athletic! I'm a thinking person.
This plus 3 for
FIFA got a 12.
15.
Let me roll for
15.
your NPC. Or actually, no, FIFA would be rolling for both Alan's and himself, so let me roll for Alex. Okay. Most of you make it back without any scrapes. As for Dorcas, you got a 2.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a plan.
Okay. What is this plan?
I was gonna do this anyway.
Okay.
Can I use warding wind to push it away from me?
Give me a moment. Because I need to pull up a stat block.
This moment's brought to you by Withered Rosios. Try them tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Go out right now, wherever you are.
After the stream.
Yes.
Where is the thing I am looking for?
Yes. And then, on Monday to go support lovely Mystic in her streamiversary.
My streamiversary
Streamiversary.
of the retro gambling.
Retro Grambling.
Retro gambling.
What's that?
Retro.
Retro gaming. Oh.
Yeah.
It takes some sick. It takes some sick.
I was lost in the sauce there.
Do you know what? I
was trying-
flipped
I'm
the
gonna
coin
be honest, I
and
heard-
the coin was just spinning in the air there before it just decided to go dun 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 dun.
I heard
dun.
retro grambling, and I was trying to
Wait.
figure out if that was a nickname that I had in high school or not. I was
So,
trying to decide if that was funny, so I wasn't
wrong
focusing on
Oh.
different words.
Dorcas, what are the parameters of Gust of Wind?
That wasn't what I meant. I was meaning to use anyway.
Okay.
Because the one I was thinking of the one I did earlier, which was Thunder Wave, I believe.
Is that what you're trying to cast?
Yeah.
Okay. What are the parameters of that?
So a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away.
Okay. So here's what's
So
gonna.
if it gets close to me, that's what I'm thinking of.
It is with your 2. It is going to jump down, and you'll be caught in this. So what's going to
Okay.
happen is
Okay.
I'll let you cast this. And it's a what kind of save?
Constitution.
It will make a Constitution save.
That'll
And
be the 12.
and so will the members of your party, because you are all running together.
Oh, hold
Okay.
on.
And I do it as a horse.
So if this is what you want to go with,
Okay, they're all with me.
everyone's running down
Crap,
this hall.
I thought they had gotten ahead of me. Shit. Want to do this? No, I don't.
So
I'm gonna let I'm just let them go, and I'll
Okay.
deal with it.
So, everyone takes off down the hallway. As you all get closer to the spider, it flips itself around and jumps down. Most of you are able to dodge out of the way of its giant legs. However, Dorcas is caught and is slammed down to the ground underneath the spider.
ooh.
The spider rears its head and attempts to bite down on Dorcas.
Oh,
Am I
no.
within 5 feet? Are any of us within 5 feet, or have we gone too far forward?
Yeah.
What is it you're attempting to do? You want to use the
I-
shield thing?
Yeah.
I would say no, because he is underneath the spider.
I want to throw a dagger at it.
All right.
Let me
Okay.
go with what the spider's doing here.
I'm gonna shout at them. Stop wasting time and go. I can get out of this.
It is going to be a 10 to hit.
No.
Yay!
The, s-
paper worked.
the spider bites down, and you are able to move out of the way as its fangs drive into the ground. Make another athletics check.
Oh no.
Can I do my thunder wave now that they're farther away from me?
If that is what you would rather do, then yes. I will say
I
at
would
this
much
point,
rather rely on magic than on my own muscles.
then I will say that they, in the time that the spider got on top of you, they were far enough away that it will not affect them.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Okay, go ahead
So
and
it needs to make a saving throw.
it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's gotta beat a 12.
Got to beat a 12. That is an 11.
Yes. All right. All right. So it takes 8, and I push it 10 feet.
All right. Here's how this goes.
And
The
I
spider bites down, and you are able to move out of the way before the fangs hit you. The fangs sink into the ground, and the spider twists its head side to side, attempting to break out of the ground. How do you cast Thunder Wave?
So
From the tip.
God damn it.
no, I don't have my staff available, so we're not gonna be that it's.
Wait a minute. We established something very early on in this campaign that you said, all right?
Yep.
Because I like to use your guys' lore in order to do these things.
Yep. No, I said this.
All right? You
Yep.
are so overwhelmed by the fact that this spider is on top of you. You have no need for your staff.
I'm not using my staff. I'm reacting on pure instinct. Yeah.
Right. You are able to channel the energy, and you were always taught through your schooling of wizardry that only wizards with the potential and the know-how can cast spells without channeling it through some source, whether it be a wand or a staff.
Correct.
In your adrenaline, you slam your hands together, and Thunderwave comes crashing out at you, and the spider goes sailing into the ceiling. It hits the ceiling with a major crash, and you have time to stand up and run away before it falls back down to the ground.
And I'm shocked because I shouldn't be able to do that.
You recover yourself, and you all take off. I'm not going to move your characters because it is a hell of a lot of fucking characters to move at once, and it won't let me cluster move everyone. You all take off
Silly.
and now end up here in this chamber. Which direction are you all going?
We know how to get out.
We only have 1 key out of 3.
We don't
we
need them
all
anymore.
3? We don't need the keys anymore at all?
Oh, we have 2, don't we? Didn't you guys get one before you fought the knight?
No.
The key that was retrieved before the night was the key that was hanging on the rails of the cage that you see off to the left.
To open the cage doors,
Yes.
wasn't it?
And it was labeled cage.
So we have one key.
We have to leave. We can't fight our way out of this. We
I
have
ask
to-
again, what did you two do?
But right now, what we did is save your life, so I appreciate if you did not talk about this right now.
You did come in with a good save.
That was pretty spectacular, buddy.
So we could go back the way we came, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee us a way out of this place, correct? Why did we even come here in the first place? I don't even remember.
Because we were getting out of that other.
No. Like the entire why are we here?
You are
Do you ever
hunting.
wonder why we're here?
You are hunting the organization that attempted to kill the queen.
Queen.
Right.
This was
Right,
where
yeah.
your lead sent you.
And we haven't found anything yet.
Well,
Um,
other
Didn't we
than
find
a
out
lot of
that
pain and mayhem, yeah.
the giant gnome was behind it? Didn't he like say something to us like, "Oh, I told you to stop digging"?
Well, no, that didn't happen.
No,
A
you and the
voice.
giant gnome bonded over wine.
A voice did say, "I told you to stop looking," and you
Francis was-
all of them
Yeah.
looked around for, information. You also interrogated Alan when he woke up to find out
Yeah.
that the apprentice is the one who is their boss. They are called the Ashen Storm. And Alan, as well as maybe some of the other individuals, did not know about the attempt on the Queen's life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Who was the one that told us to stop looking?
It was a disembodied voice.
But
Yeah.
we recognize, but Gildan.
He was like, "I told you to stop looking," and somebody had told us like that same session
No,
to not go looking.
I don't.
Am I making this up?
I think you might be
He
making this up.
told
There
the
was
voice told Gildea and I not to go. Not to.
yes.
Oh, okay.
There was a
Yeah.
spectral figure that told Gildea and Dorcas to not go looking.
You were
back in
drinking the
session
fruit
2.
water. You weren't in control of
Oh,
what
who
you were
rode down
hearing.
the elevator with us? I think I thought it was them because they were like, "Don't go looking around."
No. Fuck. What is that character's name? I just forgot a character
Who?
name.
Robert.
Yes, Robert. That's the
Yes, Robert.
one. Robert rode
Rob.
down with you guys and questioned why you were even going to Mirabelle.
Okay, but it
Oh,
wasn't
the
his
building-
voice that told us to stop looking.
We got into this building and we could go out the way we came to get back to Mirabelle. Yes.
No, because the door's shut on us and we can't get back through that door. But then there was that crack in the ghoul room that we could
Oh,
try
yeah,
and
we could try
investigate the
that.
We can
crack
do the
there.
crack, yeah,
we can do the crack.
we can do. Crack,
Um,
yeah.
So we could try and go back that way, but that was the only other way that.
It's
looked
either that or
like-
fight a spider and a kraken, because I'm assuming I did not kill that spider.
No, you did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
With people who are injured, I say we go for the crack.
Okay.
Do we
You-
have the opportunity to take a break?
Not in this
A
moment.
short rest? No. Okay.
No,
cool.
you are being chased by 2 very large monsters.
Yeah, short
Okay.
rest would be like 4
What if
hours.
we- What if we do
Yeah.
this?
Time out.
Take
Time
over.
out.
What if we put out a picnic basket?
I'm
There
a
is
horse.
nothing to stop
I'm a
us
horse. I
having
can't put out a picnic basket.
All right, we need to go back to that room. That's what I think we should do. What do the rest of you think?
That sounds like the best option at the moment.
You
I'm trying not to die.
You all go rushing down the stairs back into the torture room. You all begin headed back the way you came. Alex rushes over to the elevator door that initially was understood to be locked. Alan begins tugging on the bottom of the door and says, "Help me! I know we can force it open. I've seen them do it."
Okay.
Okay, help him. We help him. We
Everyone,
help him.
everyone, make a strength check.
I
Oh,
donkey kick
okay.
it.
Okay. I might as well just. We'll just.
Strength, you said?
Yes,
Oh! That's a 7, not a 1. Okay. Fine.
7, 8.
As a horse, it'll be this.
I love
close
how
to
I'm the
me.
biggest one, but physically
Wait,
I'm the weakest.
That's
That was a save.
saving throw. Sorry.
11 for
My
me.
bad.
So
Okay,
you click up.
11,
Oh,
Oh, wow,
20.
okay.
Dirty 20.
Look at you, you
Pretty
chunky
good.
Azrael's
paladin.
17. All right.
Yeah.
With all of your guys' strength combined, you're able to force the door up high enough for you guys to slip underneath it. It does not open all the way, but it's just enough for everyone to sneak in before the door slams behind you. There's a control panel on the wall that you see controls the elevator's movement. Before you are all able to leave, the room suddenly dimmens, and some of the torches appear to go out.
Oh.
Two shadows seem to move in front of you as two figures appear in front of the cage that blocks the elevator from the rest of the room. You two, all of you, I said you two because I'm used to two people being in this room. You all see the caretaker and a figure that is difficult to discern their face standing next to them.
You lied. Your pets are not nice.
The caretaker points at the cage and says, "See, I told you. They're trying to get away. The things that they've done." The figure holds up a hand and looks at all of you. "Colin, were you helping them?" The caretaker bows and goes, "No, apprentice, I was not." And the figure holds up a hand again and goes, "It's not apprentice anymore, Colin. The master is out of the question. Now I asked you, were you helping them?" The caretaker, now being referred to as Colin, goes, "Yes, master, and please forgive me. I did not mean..." He goes, "Do not worry, Colin. I am not like the previous master. I am forgiving." Colin drops to his knees and grovels at the figure's feet. As he does, the figure goes, "It's okay, Colin. I will forgive you. Just not yet." And pulls a dagger and stabs it into Colin's back. Colin groans and collapses to the ground. The figure shakes his head and goes, "You know, you tried to rebuild the Ashen Storm to its former glory. And this is the thanks you get." The figure seems to turn to look at all of you and goes, "Dorcas and Gildea, wasn't it? See, I've been doing some research on the both of you. All of you, really. I distinctly remember telling the both of you to stop looking. But yet you press on. Why?"
Not typically take orders from someone who's attempted to assassinate a queen without any given reason as to why they did so.
False queen. She is nothing but a liar. I want to see Persalon flourish. But yet she stands in my way. But you're trying to stop me. I don't understand this.
So make us understand.
Hang on, you stuttered a minute ago. You said my master, and then you stuttered. Why did you stutter? Why?
The master is gone. Not in the way we hoped, but is no longer involved in our work. So I must take up the mantle and finish the work I shall. And as for making you understand, Persalon was at peace, living vibrantly. Almost 200 years ago, there was such great in this world. And everyone thinks this idolized queen, who's nothing to anyone, is going to bring back that same peace, and I'm sorry, but that's just fucking ridiculous. She can't bring it back, but I have a plan to bring it all back. And I won't let any of you stand in my way.
your name? Please?
You are just so inquisitive, aren't you?
Yeah.
They seem to shake their head for a moment and go, fine. You know what? I'll play along. You want answers, I'll give you answers, but information doesn't come easy. You want to
Go, chicken
know?
wing?
You're starting to test my patience.
Baza, keep your mouth shut.
You want information about me, about what I'm doing, about all of this? Fine. Then tell your friends at the castle this. You will find me where the bone bridge shattered. Trust me, they'll know what it means. And they'll point you in the right direction. And sure, I won't make it easy on you. I'll throw in a couple difficulties here and there, but I'll be there, waiting. And I can't wait to see all of you. Because boy, will it be fun. The figure turns away from the elevator and takes a couple steps and goes, oh, I almost forgot. Alan, sweetheart. And Alan seems to kind of like shuffle back and try to hide. And he goes, no, come here.
I get in his way.
The figure sort of shifts their shoulders and goes, Alan, I thought I could trust you. I thought you were one of the better ones. But you know what happens to traitors, and their head sort of shifts towards Colin and his body on the ground. And Alan begins to go, please, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it. And the figure looks back up, and two orange glows come from the shadow where the face would be. And the figure says, Hex. And in a gasp, Alan's body seizes and collapses to the ground. And the figure chuckles and goes, don't keep me waiting, friends. And the vision fades, and the lights all regain their sort of bright glow. And you are all left here.
Aoife,
Can
as
I-
a horse, as begins to disappear, is probably running directly at this vision as it disappears and probably clambers into a wall or something.
You are all behind the cage of the elevator.
Oh.
So you would be...
Aoife is like trying to get through the cage then.
All right.
Can I check Alan's
Is he
vitals?
dead? Yeah.
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
That's not too bad for me, actually, for pluses.
It hasn't appeared for me yet. 13. You reach down to check Alan's vitals, and his skin is cold to the touch, almost as if he has been gone for a long time.
He's,
Is he breathing?
He is not breathing.
he's
I'm
gone.
going to get out of wild shape, and I'm gonna grab one of the pieces of popcorn and shove it in his mouth, and like close it and try to see if that works. See if him gaining an HP will help.
You force Alan's mouth to chew, and nothing occurs. You open his mouth to check to see if he swallowed, and it is just crush up bits of popcorn in the back of his throat.
I use my last spell slot, and I cast Healing Word, and I just say, please.
The glow, the blue glow of the moon comes from your hands, and sort of swirls around him as you say it, and it sort of dissipates. It doesn't absorb into anything.
Shit.
Is there anything I can knock over in this cage?
You could probably like kick the wall or something.
I kick the wall really, really hard. I just kind of fall to my knees in a corner.
So we're
I'm gonna
riding.
go give FIFA a hug and give him, my little accountability buddy.
We're riding the elevator back down, right? That's what we.
No, up.
We're
No,
up.
Up.
I don't actually say. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Has the elevator just started moving, or are we
Uh,
just still in the room?
No, it's still just sitting there.
Okay.
You guys push the button on the elevator to activate it, and it springs to life and begins to move upward. It's a dark journey up for about a minute, I'd say. And then a loud thud as the sort of most of this is going to be a descriptor now, so I'm going to take all this away. I'm sorry. There's a loud thud as the elevator moves up, and then light floods the elevator as you all look around. You are inside a small room, and Azrael and Vaza, you both recognize this room as the room at the end of the dining hall, the one with the conference table in it. And it appears that you have come out right underneath the conference table. As you all begin to move your way through the Unsullied Manor once again, you get into the main hall, and the wall that had initially fallen behind you all when you walked in is now open, and you can see the door that leads out to the streets of Mirabelle.
I am going to pick Alan up and sling his body over my shoulder in complete silence.
All right. You all walk out with Azrael carrying Alan's body, and you open the doors to all sort of beaten and broken, bleeding and tired into the streets of Maryville. You are down a sort of back alley. Not much happens here, but you can see the courtyard from where you're standing, and the lives of the, citizens of Mirabelle carrying on as trade goes on and barkers call out and people go about their daily lives.
They're untouched.
Mm-hmm.
They have no idea what's just gone on.
What do you all do?
Is there a tavern nearby?
Yeah, I would say that you could probably find one not too far away.
I go there.
Is there a graveyard?
I would say there's not a graveyard in Mirrorville, but there is one in the Citadel. Is it that you're looking for somewhere to, put the body as of now? On your walk, I would say to the nearest tavern, you find what's the word? Mortuary?
Morgue?
Morgue, that's the word. Where the bodies from Mirabelle are taken care of. It seems to have its own elevator to the surface. And the man behind the desk looks to you, Azrael, as you walk in with Alan's body, and sort of bows his head, and he goes, "Friend or family?"
Fred.
I will ensure that he is sent to the morgue up top. You can claim him there and make the arrangements there.
I set him down and I quietly say, "My vow is fulfilled. My apologies. It was not on complete terms."
He takes your information so that way you can identify yourself when you get back to the surface, and begins overlooking the body and goes, "I'm incredibly sorry for your loss." And do you all move on to the tavern?
I do.
Yeah.
And
If anyone wants
do we
to.
have any idea what time of day it is? Probably.
There is a clock. So there is a very large like government building at the very center of town where one would assume the castle to be, in terms of like the upper city versus Mirabelle. And on that there is a large sort of steampunk-esque clock that doesn't really have time, but it more shows like the sun and moon cycle. And it is now like mid to late evening. It was morning when you all originally came down to Mirabelle, but with all the events, it has been the majority of the day.
We find a tavern topside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all head to the nearest elevator, and there were of course questions when you entered the elevator up top, but now there are none. You're already here. No one really asks why. The attendant flips the lever and you all begin heading up, and as you do, the sort of the attendant says, "We will be ending up in an alleyway between the middle and upper district, so wherever you're going, you'll be in a pretty good distance." You all get to the top. The sun is setting. You're in a very dimly lit alleyway. Are you looking for... There is the tavern in the middle district that Dorcas has a room in. What was it? The Lone Star, I think?
Blue Star?
Blue Star. It might have been Blue Star. My notes are trash. I need to take better notes.
That's the closest tavern?
You're kind of midway between the middle district and the upper district. So it would be kind of a direct path of like, I know where that one is, I suppose. So I'm going to presume you all head there unless you want to find somewhere else. That is also fine.
Where I'm going.
Tavern.
You all head across town and enter the Blue Star. Tony, who runs the Blue Star, looks up from behind the counter and goes, "Well, hey guys, well, you guys look like you went through some."
I go over silently, without a word. I put 2 gold on the counter, hoping that he gets the message.
Tony's eyes get kind of wide, and he kind of looks up at you and meets your gaze, and his surprise turns to a serious look, and he nods. He turns around and picks a bottle up off the top shelf and sets it in front of you and pulls only one of the two pieces away, and he goes, "Don't worry about it."
Just nod.
So you're all in the Blue Star Tavern, and
Yeah.
Dorcas has purchased a bottle of something.
Mind you, this is the second time I've ever touched this stuff.
Um.
How you doing,
uh,
FIFA? There's just no response.
To Alan.
To Alan.
Alan.
Everyone raises a glass to Alan, and you all sort of dedicate your night to him. And as the sun sort of sets, with our heroes sitting in the Blue Star, drinking to a friend they had never expected to make, another day ends and passes in the Citadel. And that is where we will end today's session. I want to thank everybody for coming out. It ended kind of on a sour note compared to our last ones, but it felt right. So we have been kind of in a sort of agreement of taking a week off, like in between sessions. However, there are some scheduling issues that are going to be happening lately. We don't know what day our next session is going to be or what time. So we're going to discuss that, but be sure to keep an ear out in our individual streams to figure out when that is if you would like to come back and hang out. I will, let's see, we're in June now, right? My goal is to get all of Terribad Tavern on YouTube before the end of June. So try to hold me to that, because if no one holds you to that, I won't fucking do it. So the goal is to get all of Terribad Tavern up to whatever the most recent episode is on YouTube by the end of June, so that way you can go and you can catch up and you can see everything and whatever. So yeah, one bit to Alan, absolutely. So yeah, thank you all for joining. Be safe out there, and fair rolls, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.